So there's been a conversation happening around A$AP Rocky being imprisoned in Sweden, and the president trying to get him out. A$AP Rocky said this a while back. Why? Because I'm black? So every time something happens because I'm black, I gotta stand up? What the F am I? Al Sharpton now? I'm A$AP Rocky. I did not sign up to be no political activist. I don't want to talk about no effing Ferguson and S, because I don't live over there. I live in effing Soho and Beverly Hills. I can't relate. I'm in the studio. I'm in these fashion studios. I'm in these bees drawers. I'm not doing anything outside of that. That's my life. Those are his sentiments around Michael Brown being shot. A lot of folks were outraged by that, and rightfully so. So the question now is, should black folks care about the fact that he's locked up? Simple answer for me is yes, we should. Because as Dr. King said, an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So maybe A$AP Rocky today might be you tomorrow. And so we can't allow, if he is wrongfully imprisoned, I don't know that he is. If he is, then that's something we should fight against. But let me explain to you the problem with his sentiment. Is that what we have had a tendency to do, some black folks, is confuse classism and racism. Racism is effective and in effect regardless of how much money you make. It doesn't matter. So some people feel after they've risen to a certain level and status, classism, that now they're above the fray. They don't have to think about police brutality or being victims of racist policies or the like, which is untrue. It doesn't matter how much money you have. We've seen people as wealthy as Oprah Winfrey have a situation where she was in a store, and because they didn't know who she was, they felt like she didn't have enough money and she was disregarded. So racism is pervasive in that way. It's also seen with a black gentleman, I don't know his name, who was on CNN recently saying he voted for Trump because of political interest. Because of financial interest. And so since Trump has been in office, he's seen his portfolio increase. The problem with that is that now he's feeling away and he's taken aback because Trump said something racist, and he's like, oh my God, he said something racist. But it's like, bruh, what don't you understand? It doesn't matter how much money you have, you're still a Negro to them. And there's still gonna be racist policies that affect you regardless of your economic status. So we as a people have to be very clear about this. Do not confuse classism and racism. Should you aspire to a different class? Sure, do what you want to do, right? It's America. But always be mindful of the fact that no matter how much money you have as a black person, you still must be concerned about the injustice that is happening to poor black people, brown people, and white folks, honestly, around the country. So I would love to know what you guys think about the A$AP Rocky situation specifically, and the president showing his interest now in liberating somebody who's black. I know that that's about political expediency, so he can throw it up in the faces of black folks and say, look what I did for y'all, but some people may feel differently. Write your comments below. Peace.